Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Learn Adobe Now session here on the Awesome Wood Things channel. I'm Matt Haas, your host, and I will teach you Adobe Illustrator, my favorite line art program. Line art rules, JPEGs drool. Yeah. All right, I just wanted to say last week's session was design focused, not necessarily Illustrator focused, but it went over so well. That's when we looked at logos, what to do in a logo, what not to do in a logo. We looked at logos, we talked about logos, we talked about design, color, everything there is to know about logos, its shape. It was amazing, very well received. That video is public on the Awesome Wood Things channel. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, go and check that out on Awesome Wood Things because these Hangout sessions, after they're over, they go unlisted, which means if you go to the Awesome Wood Things channel, you won't see them. But all of the links sprinkled around social media will still get you here, and you can still watch these Hangouts that way. They're just not public on the channel. If you're a $1 patron or more on Awesome Wood Things, you get access to the whole back catalog, so that's fun. Dylan's here. Dylan's Woodworks. Teach me, LOL. I shall teach you, sir. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Do you remember that Full Metal Jacket? I amuse myself. Hey, that's just the way I roll. So what are we going to do today? We are going to learn some natural drawing techniques because Illustrator started out very technical. It was the pen tool. So you had to do everything with the pen tool. And it's very rigid, very exact, and not very natural. So we're going to get into some of that. Oh, someone else joined us. Hiko W. Hello from Germany. Hello, Hiko. Good to have you watching all the way from Germany. That's awesome. Yes, there are some Germans in my family tree. A proud people. Yes, Al's here in the shop as well from Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Always good to have Al here. Sometimes Al's on the channel, but not, or on the panel, but not today. So we will jump in. If there's any questions along the way, as always, just put your question in the chat. I will try and pick it up. If I don't see it, I will ask again. If I don't see it, I try and check the chat as often as possible. 6 viewers, hey, that's cool. All right, so you can see my Judas Priest Screaming for Vengeance album. I will work on that toward the end of the session, but I wanted to go through a couple natural drawing techniques first. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to zoom up on a white spot, kind of draw kind of small to start out with. So let's say you wanted to draw a beach ball, just kind of a good shape. There's lots of ways to do it. Here's how I would have done it before learning these cool techniques I'm about to show you, or that I mentioned earlier. All right, draw shape, and then I would break out something like this. I'm trying to make a somewhat realistic, but still line art looking beach ball. And then I would do something like that. Okay, so I'm just using the pen tool here. So it's kind of looking three-dimensional. That's what I'm going for. You don't always get it right. Kind of adjust it there. Okay, so I would do something like that. Oh gosh, and then I would highlight everything, get my Pathfinder out, maybe break it. And when you break it, it reverts back to fill with none, stroke with none. So I will fix that. And then maybe I would shift, click, stuff like that, maybe copy it, join. Oops. Get out my direct selection tool. Join, join, join. Okay, so now this is all a solid object. And I would repeat that process. This is the long way, of course. And I know there's shorter ways of doing it, but this is what you had to do back in the day. And it's kind of good to learn the old way before you learn the new way. So I'm making a copy, highlighting just those two, because these are two separate anchor points. See that? Broke it apart. I want to make them solid, or make it a solid shape, or a closed path. Closed path is what Adobe calls it. Oops, whoa, dangerable Robinson. Okay, so then you could, oh, I have one more to go. Oh, I wanted to do 6. Oh well, did 5. Bear with me here, folks. The magic's gonna happen. Okay, and then you could start coloring these. Well, not all of them. Just select one. Color. And then see, I could put it back together like this using the snapped point. Oh my gosh. Who's getting tired of this already? My goodness. So much work. That one. That like that. Color. That one. The original designer of the Death Star. Yeah. Don't tell. Okay, so that's okay. You saw everything I had to do there, and I was flying through because I'm familiar with the tools, so I was using shortcuts, rocking right through that. Okay, that's the old way to do it. Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs is here. Welcome. All right. See, I started with the old hard way because I thought maybe some new people would jump on, and they are. Okay, now let's do it the more modern and more free-form way. So here I have the paintbrush tool, and I can, well, let's start out with, before I use the paintbrush tool, I'll just use the ellipse tool. Shift constrain a circle. Okay. Now I'll get my paintbrush tool out, and we can draw that shape. And then here's what we're going to do. See how these extended past the circle? There's a way just to draw inside a shape, and that's what we're going to learn. So down here are the drawing modes. And most of the time, everyone's in this one, the draw normal mode. But we're going to be over here in draw inside. And this only becomes selectable if you have a shape. See, if I clicked off of it, nothing's selected, and now that's grayed out. You may not be able to tell it's grayed out because it's super small. But now it's lit up. And so we're gonna hit that. So I have my path selected. I want this to be my outside shape, and now I'm going to click on this drawing mode. Draw inside. Click. And then these odd, funky little dashes show up. You're like, what is that? That just means you're about to draw inside that shape. Now I'll go get my brush, my paintbrush, and I'm just going to start painting if I can. This. See, I'm going all the way on the outside. See that? But this is the draw inside feature. I'm gonna do a couple of those. Oops. My mouse smashed into my keyboard. There we go. Oh God, that's horrible. Undo, undo. Let me try this. Okay. So if you look, if I select this and look over here on this layer, let me put this on its own layer just so it's a little easier to explain. New layer, just keep the defaults. I'll shove it up there. Okay. See what it says here? So I have my outline selected. Clip group. This is a clip group. And if you crank this down, you see all these other paths inside of it. Well, this is the same as a clipping mask. Command 7, my favorite feature. Well, these two are my favorite feature, clipping mask and compound path. So let's start using the live paint feature, which is here. But you can't use it on a clipping group. It won't let you. It'll actually yell at you. Yeah, see, won't let you do it. So what you need to do is you need to release it from this clipping group. But the easiest way to do that is to break out the Pathfinder and just smack it down with one of this, like this divide feature. So now it's going to release the clipping mask, the clipping path, and then it's going to clip everything away that's hidden. In other words, it's going to make it look like just what you're looking at here. I know it sounds odd, but you just have to kind of go through this motion. So you click that. Oh, okay. You had to highlight everything. So now that I've hit that with the divide feature, it released the clipping mask and it zeroed everything out. Remember, it zeroed everything out by fill with non, stroke with non. So I'll just kind of bring that back like this. And now I can live paint. So let me get a color here in my fill, fill. And now I can, with it highlighted, it's got to be highlighted, go on live paint. Oh, I got to put my color back in. So there. So now I can start painting. And I can paint a different color here. And this is just like paint by numbers. Kind of a more natural way to go about it. Now, here we go. So there is an important option here. So this is live paint that we're doing. So this tool, this little guy over here in this panel, it has its own sort of section in the object drop-down menu. And let's go to the gaps. So by default, this is small gaps. Now look at this. See how this line is sort of open here? So the live paint will kind of spill everywhere. Hey, that looks like a beach ball. Yeah, baby, not the Death Star. Yeah, sorry, my Death Star turned into a beach ball. So now it's bridging this openness, and this preference here, this gap options of live paint under the object drop-down menu, it controls that. If I take it from small to large, now it's on large. Now look, see, it behaves itself. Change my color. Something else. There you go. And then maybe red again. Whoops, not all red. And then live paint. There we go. And maybe pick a new one here. That. Well, that's too close to the original. Yeah, something like that. So that's kind of a more natural way to go. This old way was a lot of, moving stuff to the side and manipulating it and joining it and then doing the fill properties. And this is kind of a more natural way of doing that. So that was this draw inside feature and then live paint. And then we used the live paint gap options here. Yeah, a more natural way to use Illustrator, more hand drawn, more natural. Paint bucket, like the typical paint by numbers applications that you might be used to. It's cool, pretty cool. I was traditionally trained. I tend to go with the old techniques, but sometimes if it makes sense, you'll get the same type of outcome with these more natural hand drawn techniques. Good stuff. All right. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to continue rendering my eagle here, which I'm going to make three-dimensional over time by stacking up small pieces of wood, maybe 1/8 inch thick wood. So to make the beak here, I'm going to just stack 3 pieces of wood on top of each other. So that's this beak part here. And this has all kinds of interesting shapes and complicated objects. And this should be a fun exercise. Now, last time I was drawing with these angles, and I got this perfect, as good as I wanted it. So I think I'm going to continue this type of exercise here and draw this logo as best I can. I'm just trying to fill in where the shapes would be. Let me try and complete one whole letter. Now, what's my angle? See, my constraint angle's back to 0. I had the constraint angle on this angle before, so I'm going to reinvent the wheel here and get that going again. So I forget what that angle was. So here I have a straight line, and now I'm going to rotate this, snap it. That was 24.77. Copy that. Go into my preferences, Illustrator preferences, general, or Command K. And I'm going to paste that in. Okay. Now with that pasted in, I should be able to drag this with the Shift key on that same angle, which is exactly what I need. It's perfect. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I disabled a preference here. Let me see if I can find it again. Smart Guides. Alignment Guides. I think that was it. Yep, that was it. See, now I can use Illustrator's default feature, which snaps horizontally and vertically. At least I think it does, but it's doing it now. Yeah, it's doing it that way. That's good. So now I sort of cheated. So now I have a way to draw things exactly at this angle and the normal vertical and horizontal. So that's cool. I'll take this, put that here. Oops. Connect these two. Just highlight these two anchors and join. Object, path, join. And I will get my scissors out. Cut that path there. Delete him. All right, so now when I draw, I'm going to hold the Shift key down. And it should constrain on that proper angle. Oh, you know what? See, that angle's not, that's a unique angle here. So you know what? I'm not going to do that. Delete that. What I'll do is I'll unhighlight these two anchors and delete all these other selected anchors. Put that on there twice. Join. Get rid of that anchor. And then I'll put that on there like that. See, that's what I wanted. And see, that's that natural constraint, not with the Shift key. And this, I can hold the Shift key down because that's what I programmed in there. All right, so now I have the J, but I got to get rid of these overshoots. So I'm going to highlight all of these, use my outline pathfinder tool. And remember, all the stroke information is going to go with, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't look great over here. What's going on up here? Huh, that's not good. Oh, this one wasn't where I wanted it. That's better. Okay. So now I have all of these highlighted. I'm going to use the outline tool. It's going to remove all of the line thickness, all of the stroke attributes when I do that. But that's okay. Boom. What I'll do is I'll just eyedropper them back by touching another one. Perfect. And now I'll remove these little excess pieces. And then join, or object path join. Object path join. Oh, hit move. Join. Oh, I already joined it. Okay. That one joined? I'm not sure. Join. Okay, it was. That one joined? Yes. Is this one joined? Yes. I have a J. The J is done. Woohoo! All right. We shall continue. Oh, look at that angle. I wonder what angle that is. But whatever it is, I'm going to create it once and then only use that going forward. Same as this one. Yep. Same as that one. So now I want this angle, so I'm just going to copy this over. Thanks, Al, for asking if anyone has any questions. I think we had some folks leave. Might be a small group in here. Just fine. Oops. So now I'm just following that pattern. Oh my gosh, this is like all over the place. This is getting a little busy for me here, so let me kind of clean this up. Five is what it says. Okay, cool. This is the continuation of my Judas Priest album art rendering for the 2019 Makers Rock album art collaboration. Yes, I'm getting a jump start on that work. I think, Al, maybe you and I are the only ones that have put a message in chat, maybe. I think that's how it works. Who knows? So again, I'm just going to outline this, bring back the attributes, and then I'm going to delete what I don't need. That, this, don't need that. Kind of awkward working with my microphone setup here. I kind of have to reach around the microphone. A little bit awkward here. Get there. Join, join, join. Oh, no, that's not right. Yeah. All right, let me try and get this back. Set that to maybe 2 inches. I'm just going to highlight these zigzaggies. Oh, see, you know what? I did cut too much here. Oh well. So something you just gotta have to kind of keep working at. Okay, so see, it's getting there. It's getting there. I accidentally cut this off too short here. Well. Make myself a longer piece. That. These. Join. Just for fun, I'll get rid of that anchor. On there. Join that again. Get rid of the extra anchor. There's some extras. Get rid of those. All right, we're getting there. So, I mean, I guess the important takeaway here is, do you see how I just keep reusing? Time for a thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Jim. Yeah, do you see how I just kind of keep reusing these lines instead of redrawing them? See, that's goes back to what I was saying earlier, well, in a different Learn Adobe Now episode, of the more you cheat, the more you shortcut it, the more you reuse the old stuff, the more accurate your drawing gets, and the easier it gets to render. So it's cheating pays off when you're rendering stuff like this. It really does. Okay, so I'm just kind of taking this one step at a time, doing outlines. And taking out what I don't want. Outline. remove what I don't want. Outline. See, I'm sneaking up on it, folks. Slowly sneaking up on what I want. And the way I did it is all of these angles are the same. All of these are the same. All of those directions are the same. They're all the same. It's because I cheated. And by cheated, I mean I reused what was already there. Nice. Very, very nice. Save my document, and I can continue making these letter forms. And now I know, since last time, all of these were the same. These are the same width here, all the same angles going up. And then I've just sort of defined this angle and then that angle. This thing, I think, is a one-off. This piece of the J shooting back up, I think that one's unique to that letter form. I would bet that that's not the same as some other things like this. Well, maybe it is. Look at that. But in any event, that one was defined differently because it's just part of that letter shape. See, here I have a lot of these overshoots, and I can decide how I'm going to preserve some of these or not. So I think that's what I'll do now, just kind of using the same type of techniques. So I think what I'll do is highlight these two, drag them up here, hit it with my outline, preserve what I want, make that into a shape. Oh, so I tried to join these, but they were already joined. So it threw an error at me. That's good. And then I can use the snap to point to put that back, and then I can delete the other one. Now he's the only one there. Try and do it with this too. So I don't know if this overshoots or not. Like right there. Like, does that overtake it? I don't know. Try it. Do that. That. Oh, no, it didn't. See, look. Yep, it didn't break it. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of draw this one a little longer. Doesn't have to be perfect. So now they definitely cross. So when I go like that, it should put an anchor there. Let's find out. Yep, sure enough. So now, see how it's broken? It's broken there. That's what I wanted. Join. Join. Oh, look at that. That's weird. Get rid of that. Delete anchor point. Go away. There we go. What's going on there? Oh, yeah, see, I knew it wasn't. Oh. Snap those. Now that they're snapped, I know they're directly over. Oh, it's still yelling at me. Oh, I wonder why. Go back to like 0.25 point. What is there? Is that only 2 anchors? It is, isn't it? Weird. Why won't it let me join? We copy the whole thing, and we cut the thing, and then paste it. Try that. Got to run for a while. See you all later. Thank you, Jim. There, now let me join it. That's weird. So did you see how I cut it and pasted it? Sometimes you do that and it resolves any group or whatever attribute was, forcing the feature not to function. Go away. So now I got that in there. I'll delete the original. So now I have this as its own shape, and I have that as its own shape. When I say shape, like a solid connected path, a closed path. Remember, Adobe calls it a closed path. So here I have a decision, like, do I want to keep, like, which one of these do I want to be on top? I think I want this one to be on top. So I'll clip away that. You fill these with none just to look underneath it. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way the artwork was. I'm going to keep this one on top. So what I'm going to do is maybe I won't. And save that, shift click that, and then see how I have these other 4 segments highlighted? Delete those out. Join, join. Is that joined? Yep, that one was already joined. And then use the snap to point, snap it back. Highlight what was underneath because it's sticking out a little bit. There you go. I was going to kind of knock off this shape, have it follow that. But I'm not going to decide to do that just yet. I might want to keep it like that so it can literally overlap. That's what I might do. This is a funky piece of art, man. I'm telling you. This artist made some odd choices. Join. That's already joined. Yep. Highlight it all. Direct selection tool. Pick it up on an anchor point. Snap it. Oh, where am I at? I'm over here. There we go. Highlight what's underneath. Delete, delete. Now we're rocking. Oops. I didn't select everything I thought I had selected. See how this one kind of tucks underneath that one? That's kind of cool. Go. All about shapes. Shapes for the scroll saw or shapes for the CNC carver, the X-carve. Who knows? What will I end up doing? You never know. You never know. Internet is kind of flaky here today. Yeah, flaky internet, what can you do? Put it in a bowl with milk. Internet flakes. Part of a balanced, delicious breakfast. That's a funky shape. Oh, wow, look at this shape. This is fun. Wow. Check this out. All right, let me so this is a lot going on here. That can go, that can go, these can go, that can go, that one. Oh, maybe not that one. That bottom piece can go, which means that can go. Yeah, so this actually had this little piece of us a scale here. Let me bring down this stroke. There we go. So this was the bottom scale. It interfered with that scale, interfered with that one, and then it kept, at least I think that was the case. Let me put this together properly. Join, join, join. Oh, my. Let me put that back, see if I did it right. I think I did. Did I do it? Snapping? Can't tell if that's, there we go. I should be able to delete this one. Yeah, there we go. That works. Nice. All right. We are just going to keep going here. Oh, is that extra? Why is he there? Did I do that one? No, I didn't do that one. I'm kind of painting myself into the proverbial corner here. Wow. All right. Complicated stuff here. That's weird. I didn't quite do it here because these were not crossing. That. Just cut that just to get that out. And then I'll artificially extend this one. So now it crosses. Now I got them. All right, get rid of those. Join that one. Oh boy. Zoomed way out there. Sorry about that. Join, join, join. That might already be joined, yeah. Thought it might. Okay, let's see if I can get that back where it goes. Nice. Then we'll get rid of that one. Look at that. Solid shape here, solid shape there. Solid shape there. Solid shape there. It does overlap on that one, but that's the way I think I want it. For now, these do overlap, but again, I think I want it like that for now. Yeah, getting there. See, if this was scroll saw, I could leave a lot of these things alone because I would just know where not to cut. But I think I want to build this so it's machine readable by a CNC. Am I getting faster at that? I think I might be. Did I do that one? I didn't do this middle one. How did I not do that middle one? That's weird. Guess I'll do it. Copy, paste, outline, eyedropper. Whoa, whoa. What happened there? Hold on a second. Instead of I'm just going to undo. There we go. Pathfinder options. Remove redundant points. Try that. Oh, wow. Ugly. Look what it's doing. Why, Illustrator? Why? You know what? I am going to save and quit and call that back up. I bet you something wonky's happening here. I wonder. Let's try that again. Is there more than one? Oh, I bet you that's why. There were two on top of each other. Look at that. See? Why does that matter? Am I doing something I don't need to do? Oh. I am, oh, it's that shape. It's this shape I need. Okay. Right? Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, two will get you. All right. The shape already done? That one's already done. I think I'm trying to redo steps I've already done. All right, now I'll do this bottom shape here. I think that's what I was supposed to do the first time. There we go. join, join. Join. Nope, that was already joined. Join. All right. Get rid of that. Now we're back to sanity. That's a complete shape. That's a complete shape. That one we did first. We'll do this one next. Getting there, folks. Getting there. Go. Cranking it out now, baby. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Outline, eyedropper. Select what I want. Delete the rest. Join the anchors. Make it a closed path. Snap to point back. Get rid of the old. Last one. Ah. What's going on here? Fighting with me, folks. Was I already joined? I must be ahead of myself. Okay. Nice. So if all goes well, these should all be solid closed paths I can fill. And they are. Oh, did I do that one? Uh-oh. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Did I? Didn't I? It doesn't exist. Oh, no, I missed one. All right, I will have to do that. See, just when you think you're done, that one I need to make right there. You little bugger, you got away from me. How dare you? Outline. Dropper. Take away what we don't want. Oopsie, too much. Oh, 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 oh. This is not going to be easy. Watching Matt draw. Hey, you do it's here. I'm making this way more complicated than it should be. Ah, see, this is... Is this the one? That wasn't the one, was it? There it is. Is that it? No, that's not it. Ah, see? Man, it's that one. I got to do some yard work. Yeah, me too, brother. I got to do some yard work, and I got to do some office construction. Al gets sick doing yard work. How convenient, Al. He just doesn't want to do it. You can admit it. Involves spraying weeds. Ugh. Yeah, I'll pass. Okay, leaving the stream up. Got to go outside. All right. Thanks, you do it. All right, this thing's going to be the end of me here. I have a gent here behind me equals cuts the grass. You have a professional chem lawn come in and treat the lawn for weeds, but I think I'm going to start doing that myself. They're very expensive, and I don't want to pay. Tired of paying the man. Getting closer to this here. Getting closer. Reduce this line weight just so I can see it. Oh, man. See, this thing, it's trying to beat me. It's trying to bring me down. I shall not let it. I will prevail. That, these two. What is going on there? Beat it down, man. I'm trying. Why is that something going on? All right, I should be able to connect that point. Why does it do that standalone? I'm going to bring this one on front. Object arranged, bring to front. There we go. So now when, or is that? I keep doing this over and over again. Nothing's changing. There, join. Okay, now that's joined. Now do the, ah, thank gosh. Now I can delete this bit, delete that bit. Join. Oh, that's already joined. Join. Join. There we go. Is that joined? No. And here we go. Last one. Snap to point. El Duno. Oh, there was this round, that one. This round thing. That can go away, I think. We'll just keep it there for now. Cool. There we have it. A lot of cool techniques here tonight, folks. All right. So we learned the draw inside technique. We used the live paint tool, and I continued to do some complex line art, rendering my Screaming for Vengeance album for the 2019 Makers Rock album art collab, makersrock.com. All right, folks, as you know, these videos will go unlisted. Use the link that you use to get you here on social media. Those will always be able to take you to this Hangout for the replay, or you can be a $1 patron on Awesome Wood Things and get this back catalog of Hangouts that way. All right. Thanks for playing along. Line art rules, JPEGs drool. Thanks, folks.